Welcome back to our collective reading time. As you can see, I've changed the environment, and so this time we are also going to try something different, something new, something I feel it's the time to execute, because obviously, is it a week or 2 weeks or more than 2 weeks since our last collective reading, and I just feel a lot of reflecting, a lot of insightful inspiration happened in my mind, and it sets a new tone for our sail. And first of all, I want to thank all of you for your continuous support. Every likes, especially comments, I read them all, and even if I don't reply in words, you have no idea how grateful I feel, and every action of you just encourage me to keep doing what I like to do. So, arigatou gozaimasu. And this time we're gonna try something new. I just feel like, even though I say we are all one as a collective, but there are moments or different timestamps that we individually experiencing, and I just feel it would be more helpful if I can divide my collective into 3 groupings. So I will draw 3 cards out of the deck that I choose for the time, and based on the card you can pick your own direction, because intuitively you would know what's best for you and what suits you at the current moment. So, well, the goal is never changed. It's always working timelessly for our highest good, kindness, light, and joy. But how do you say it? Depending on your personal growth, which point on your journey you are at, I will share different guidance according to the card showing. So yes, let's begin. Alrighty. So let me quickly shuffle to reset and rebalance the energy. And this reading, the direction is as usual. We are looking at this specific time that you're watching the reading, how it can assist you on your personal growth, and especially on your spiritual journey. How to assist you in keeping your light within and move forward from any challenging moments. Okay, so the card for the first group, maybe I let you check it first, is Summer.
which is the exact season that I am filming right now. And yes, see if you feel resonate with this card. But we are going to draw the card for the second group right now. Okay, so the second group, you have knowing. They give me, like, these two cards give me very different energy, but I'll explain more individually in the reading. The third card we have is traveling. Let's see which one you feel more resonate with, and I'll put the timestamp in the description in case to help you locate the reading faster.
So I decided to film on a more comfortable position on my bed, so let's do that. Here is the reading for group 1, and your card is summer, so let's do summer. Okay. So let's shuffle the deck and get a little bit more clarification regarding your card. I will need probably 2 more cards to give me a bit more details about summer. Please clarify summer for me. Please clarify summer. Okay. So looks like summer would be a season for you to climb up the mountain of your own consciousness, to really dive inward, deep inside, to realize the, how can I say, the possibility and properties of your inner self, and in search for that aspect, it gets you more intimate to the relationship of yourself. Yeah. But it's funny, sometimes we feel like we dive inward and there might be a chance for us to be more closed off, and we might lose our connection with others, which I don't think it is the case. I think if we dive more inward, we are more capable of understanding others at the same time, because if we fully understand ourselves, we can really start to observe all the little subtle things. For example, how people talk and how it reflects their inner world, and
it greatly helps us to also connect with people on a much deeper level, not only by just communicating on surface, the things not so important. But yeah, one more card I feel. One more on, let's say, guidance for us. Okay. And by diving inwards, you will find, as what I've been saying, you will find the inner lighthouse, and it will bring you so much enlightenment and magic. It's like holding a firefly within your own heart, and you realize how much power you possess and how big your universe actually is. Is it a guidance? Come on. Yeah, so this is a deck for, I don't know, like Chinese name of the card. Translated in English, it's seeing oneself. So I am quite confident that this deck of cards would be very helpful. Indeed, we have some comes up. So let's see what I can get for you. Again, I know I talked about it last collective reading, but I feel like a huge topic around this area, it's also the same card from last time, which is try to disconnect yourself from, how do you say, modern technology with a period of time every day. So you really get to sit with yourself and witness your thoughts. Also not let yourself be overwhelmed by all that information or voices or opinions right now existing on this digital realm. Yeah. Okay. So maybe during this time when you allow yourself to sit in solitude and silence, try observe your thoughts and observe your emotions. If it happens that you have something, how do you say? Okay, if you observe some blockages regarding your deepest emotions, for example, just an example, anger, sadness, grief, disappointment, yeah, anything which brings disturbance to your mind, try pulling out a paper and try to release it in your own way. Some people like to draw, some people like to write, some people like to help with the help of colors to release it, whatever ways you feel. Try to release those kind of how do you say, lower frequency blockage onto the paper, and you can discard the paper, scatter it, tear it into pieces, or burn it. However way you feel it helps you to really let it go. Try to do that, because a lot of suffocating mindset would come up when we really spend time on our own. That is a really good time point, or my mind to go blank. Yeah, that's a really good time point for us to acknowledge it and to make good use of the opportunity to really let it go. And I wish it would be helpful for you. I wish you would find your own way to evolve yourself for the upcoming journey. Sometimes, no, most of the times about our unprocessed emotions, it often relates to certain failure. Well, it's a label, but yeah, it doesn't have to be once it's processed. And yes, if we can alchemize the so-called failure we labeled our experience into a more empowering perspective, appreciate how much our experience has shaped us, or how far this experience has brought me to this version of me. When you realize that, everything just kind of clicked and everything just makes sense, makes so much sense, and you start to appreciate or even treasure the whole experience, the whole life lessons we have accumulated. Besides the emotional blockages, of course we would also experience certain good memories coming up, and also take a moment to relieve those how can I say, those spark, and so you can even try to amplify them, and you would find yourself more capable of being in the state of gratefulness and just, feeling joy and lightness, and free your mind into a harmonious heaven state. Yeah. Whew. maybe some things don't resonate with the transformed version of you anymore, feel free to make new changes according to your evolved state of consciousness, and bringing in new identities by getting rid of the things that don't serve you anymore, and bring in something new that suits your newfound tastes, and you would see yourself living more fully, and I can see so much. Yeah, just starting to relive yourself again, and this is probably just the beginning, because we can literally change every single day. Every morning is a new state of our figure, if we are willing to make that change. So I wish you best of luck. Don't hold on too much to the past, to the version of you from the past, and live boldly and courageously, and you would start to understand how much possibilities it carries within you. Yes! Wow! Oh. Okay. Thank you for coming to this reading and picking this card for yourself. Yes, I love you. Whew. So for group 2, let me just get your card. Your card is Knowing. It's a beautiful card. It's very different from the first group, because to me, knowing is kind of like a more acknowledging state, and yes, now I feel you're in a state more in tune with yourself. Oh, come on. Really? So I just got 2 more cards for more details on, maybe one more details on clarifying your first card, Knowing, but maybe I'll need more. I need one more, so we'll use 3 cards to clarify Knowing. You do have one card which is the same with group 1, but somehow I feel like if you feel called or drawn to group 1 also, feel free to check that out. But I think for group 2, when you already realized the power within yourself, it is actually about living your reality, embodying your realization. So when you see yourself living in a different stage of consciousness, you also have to carry that new change within you onto this living ground. And maybe you would find yourself being slightly more quiet than before, and you would find yourself getting lost in your head oftentimes, or maybe certain conversation or scenario happens in your life somehow would brought you into all different dimensions. Maybe they are from your past experience in different times. Maybe they are you realizing different versions of you, all the existence as a whole within that single point of time. And yes, let's pull out some more cards. I need we are using poker again because I found this new deck of poker in Tokyo, and I felt I really wanted to get it, so I left the shop, had lunch, and then I went back to the shop to get this deck of cards. Let's see what we get for you. I think this is the first time I use this deck on here. So about this new state of being, what kind of guidance shall I offer you to move even further to even if you are experiencing something you deem it is like a chaotic moment within yourself, please don't panic, because actually you can make well use of this as a gift within you. I think a few days ago I was talking with a friend about anger, and we both agreed on the emotion we experience being a tool for us to live fully. And if we are able to use our emotion as a tool for us to live more consciously, then it is not so much of a burden. It is actually a gift quality that we can utilize. So you should be so proud of yourself when you become the version of you which can observe on a much broader spectrum within that limited, tiny body form. Yes, this channel by recording myself continuously for 7 days, reading my own cards. It was kind of like a practice for me to dive inward into that spiritual accents. And how can I say, I just feel when you are starting to step onto this spiritual pursuit, sometimes, I mean, it's good to have guidance or have a teacher from another person or from outside of you. But I feel it is as equally important for you to be your own teacher, to explore the inner voice or your spiritual teacher who already exists within you. So you can continue listening to your own favorite spiritual guidance online, no problem. But maybe it's a good time for you to start exploring that part also on your own. So for me, I used different cards that I would like to have. They don't necessarily have to be tarot or oracle. They're just things that I feel can be a good tool for me. So maybe you would find your own way to explore spiritually by yourself too, and I really encourage you to do that, because yes, every single person how do you say recites? Is it recites? Okay, I'll use the word has one unique universe as a whole within the being. And yes, by diving inwards, practicing it on your own, you would find so much more insight and wisdom which would unfold throughout your personal experience. And we all have our own unique history and past, and we have everything we need already. So yes, just you know what I mean. Oh, I'm losing my words. Okay. And make sure you trying to live this new phase of your life with a more positive consciousness. Yeah, we should use this word. Just don't beat yourself up too much, because I know when we have basically ego death every day, when we can reflect so much on a daily basis, sometimes we get lost in the thoughts of beating ourselves up. But you have to see through everything with holding a light within you. So I'm rooting for you. I'm sure you're totally capable of protecting that light. And make sure you rest enough because, yes, I know, resting, which I've been talking about all the time, it's so important for both our living and spiritual aspects of life. And sleeping is like a bridge to me to bring two sides of our world into balance. So make sure you have enough sleep and you find your own way to reward yourself comfortable experiences. You know, when you spend so much time processing things within your own brain, you also need to make a balance by allowing yourself to enjoy, so that you get that perfect amount of reset. Yes, you know what I mean. Something as simple as getting something sweet, if you like, if you have a sweet tooth, or maybe watch your favorite movie, or maybe just go have a little playtime with your friends. Yeah. And besides diving within your own head space, also if you find a chance around you, maybe in a human form, let's say another person, which you notice you can pay attention to or care for, don't hesitate in doing so, because you know, every person has its own God within, and the interaction with the whole existence is not limited by us just hermiting and spending on our own. A good amount of wisdom comes from interaction with people, and very often, I also find insight from the conversations or the engagement I experience with others. And so both are very much required for our growth. And if you are in your searching journey, finding light, don't forget, it's like a butterfly repose effect. You also have to light up others around you in order to really let the light live as much as possible in this world. So yeah, I love you. You're so beautiful, and I see you, I am you. Good luck. Yes, that's all. Okay, so for group 3, we have the card traveling. And now so funny how everything is linked. But yeah. Wow. And let's see, let's see. One more? Two? No. Wait. Okay. So somehow I feel maybe this traveling doesn't necessarily mean actual action of going abroad. Maybe it's more about the movement between realms and timelines. Maybe it's more about something within your states of mind. I need more clarification. Wait. So can I get a bit more clarification on this new cards? Two more. Maybe it is about you being able to live this version of you fully in the moments now, and you can empower yourself at this very moment, overcoming all the past obstacles and truly building for your future. Wow, I have goosebumps. And put your thoughts into action, because I feel like this time of your state, it is not so much about your headspace anymore. It is more about how you can empower yourself by really putting things in motion. Maybe you will receive vivid dreams, or maybe you usually didn't dream so much and you started to dream more. See if you can if you are able to remember your dreams, or if you receive deja vu in daytime or nighttime, that you can, get in sync with your dream state. If you're able to do that, try to pay more attention to the details, because dream states reflect a lot from our inner world, and a lot of times the symbolic meaning is not as obvious as it seems, and by trying to understand your dream states, you might find a very useful tool for yourself to understand the deepest emotions, or the deepest longing you, how do you say, that's your consciousness has been trying to resurface it for you. Well, only if you are able to remember, try, because I don't remember much details, so I don't really dive deep in that realm. I let it flow. But yeah, if you can, feel free. What else? Okay, so now let's see what kind of guidance I can offer you regarding to this group 3. Okay. So, when you're able to dig deeper about your deepest emotions or longing, maybe it indicates you giving yourself one more chance to make the situation better for yourself, if time and space allows. You know what it means. I'm quite sure this group would know what I mean. And if you know, this message is for you. Yes, what is your desire? And what is your value? Which stays true to your heart. And take action on it, make it happen for yourself so you can get a resolution to move forward. And you do it for yourself. I just posted one shot, I think, this morning about what you give, it's what you receive. So oftentimes when we had that blockages, which come back to our mind from the past, it's actually, how do you say, about blockages. If you look deeper, it's actually rooting from the blockages which already exist within us, and everything in the reality is mostly a reflection of how we see things, do things, and respond to things. And so if you want to overcome that so-called blockages which come up to your mind, first you need to change within yourself, change your perspective, and allow yourself to operate differently this time and be more open, surrender to your true emotions, don't fight, don't try to control, and just let it flow and let it unfold for you. And I can see a really great outcome for you. I am so happy for you if you allow yourself to be brave and grow continuously. Because life is long. Life can be long. It depends on how we see it. And you have all the power. And you are awesome. You will have an awesome life. Okay.